Right, I guess we are going on a break right now and we'll return with more. But before then, we now have Namadas with us. We're telling you earlier about the constitutional reform that is going on. 32 bills really is what the Nigerian National Assembly is looking at as we speak. And the House of Representatives spokesman AbdulRazak Namadas is here with us. Now, I hope the lines are clear and you can hear us clearly. Many thanks for joining us and we thank you for your patience. So let's get into it. 32 bills, how will that work out?
Yeah, it's going to work out. At least we were able to pass close to about 21 bills. We rejected 9 of those bills, and our counterparts in the Senate have also passed some bills and have rejected some also. I want to let you know that once a bill dies in the Senate, naturally it dies also here. We are ordinarily not supposed to even take any bills that have already died from the Senate. But the mere fact that we also want Nigerians to appreciate, to know the position of the House of Representatives on all the bills. That is why we voted for autonomy of local government. We voted for devolution of power, against devolution of power. We voted also for administrative competence of the local governments, i.e. by trying to allow for elective officers to run the local government affairs. We have also voted for 35% affirmative action, even though it has failed in the Senate. So we have allowed age reduction. We have joined the rest of the world by allowing younger people to participate in politics. Now at 35, you can come out to be president of Nigeria, and you can at 25 be member of House of Representatives, State Houses of Assembly. I think these bills, this review is going well. It has not ended. It has to go to the State Houses of Assembly also. I think, by and large, we are making a breakthrough.
Okay, making progress, but for many Nigerians, voting against devolution of powers isn't progress at this period when many are agitating to even leave Nigeria. And also, lots of people are saying we should restructure Nigeria. They really expected that discussion around restructuring, but it never happened.
Well, in the House of Representatives, the votes were about 208, almost close to having it passed. Of course, we needed to have 240 before it passes, but actually it failed. It's unfortunate that it actually failed because this is democracy. It is the 240 that is needed, and we didn't get that. But I want to tell you that there are opportunities in the future because continual amendment will always continue. Once we do any practice and you feel that there is need for us to address certain issues, we'll do that as time permits. I can assure you, for example, we have voted in a situation where if a deputy governor or a vice president is completing a term of his own boss, of a president, and he's only allowed to contest once. This is to avoid a situation that happened during the former president's era, that is Jonathan. At that time, he took over from his boss, spent 2 years, and wanted to spend another 8 years in office. That means he will have 10 years. So these are some of the things that as we move on, we will begin to make some kind of amendments in order to suit our situation at the moment. And I think, although that didn't go through, but there are other beautiful bills that also passed through. And I think gradually we will get there. The judiciary came up with their bills. We didn't tamper with those bills. We allowed that. This is their perspective, their view of how they want things to be done. We allowed that. So I think we will get there with time.
People have said the National Assembly that we have is chauvinistic in terms of affirmative action. That's another knock coming from this bill, that the affirmative actions didn't pass through. Why? When will it take you to realize that women also have a role to play?
If you look at the voting pattern in the House of Representatives that I speak for, the affirmative action actually passed in the House of Representatives. At least 35% affirmative action passed in the House of Representatives. But the issue is that, as I said earlier, it can no longer work because the Senate did not give that 35% affirmative action. So once a bill passes at the House of Representatives and it fails in the Senate, it means that it goes. If it also fails passes in the Senate and fails in the House of Representatives, it also fails. For example, the issue of FCT, it passed in the Senate. Unfortunately, it didn't pass here in the House of Representatives. And the idea was to have somebody from the FCT to represent the FCT in the among the ministerial slots, since every state of the federation have one slot. So I think this was what happened. For us, it actually passed. But you see, this is democracy. We have to take it the way it comes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for your time on the broadcast. We appreciate you. You're watching TVC News.
Thank you so much.
We'll go on a break and we'll return with more stories. Stay with us.